Just filling out Sarah Spain's crossword that she invented last night. Oh, there's Mina. That's a good clue. Oh, there's 2 for me. Oh, wow, 2 reality. Oh, interesting. And no Frank Isola or Pablo Torre. Oh, that's an unfortunate tournament. You have not arrived until you make Sarah Spain's crossword. So, Mina, you are the greatest crossword puzzler that we know. I'm leading you into this. We all have an opportunity to do something different in our lives right now. Have you thought about going pro in crosswords in this quarantine era?
Yes, thank you for asking. I am spending pretty much all my free time doing crosswords. I'm back in the Saturday 2017s of the New York Times app, thinking about chronicling my affection, my cruciverbalism with a new show, Crosstalk with Kimes. Maybe coming to Instagram or a podcast near you. Crosstalk.
Cruciverbalism. I'm not going to pretend like I had heard that word before you just said it. So that is a literal translation to what a crossword is. That's crossword in its.
Well, if you love crosswords, yes. And the crosstalk is ironic because there is no crosstalk. It's just me talking to myself about crosswords.
So a typical crossword. How fast are you doing it, Mina?
This is an 8-minute Saturday.
And Saturday is the second. The Sunday is, of course, the hardest. When have you been most, frustrated by a crossword?
There are some Thursdays that with the tricks, they'll get me. Those actually.
Someone's got a case of
the tricks.
All right, I think Frank Isola wants to weigh in here. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to start. I've been thinking of starting a Paisan podcast. I want to get 3 famous Italians. Tony Reali would be one. I want to ask him about that great hair he's got working. Then I want to get Dr. Fauci. No, all due respect to Pablo, the most famous alum.
Regis alum, yes. A man for others.
Who played high school basketball. Then I got to get the landlord from Brooklyn who's given 200 tenants free rent for the month of April. Hopefully Pablo's one of them.
Yeah, that's great.
Paisan podcast.
I think we all grew up in households where we learned to bow before our people. So I mean, the Italians for Frank and I, it would be the Koreans and the Filipino, the Asians for Mina and Pablo. All right, Pablo, where were you going with this?
Yeah, my Filipino famous person podcast was High Noon, I think. So I'm going to have to move on from that at some point. I was thinking actually of doing potting with Pablo because I am actually spending so much of my time.
Oh, I thought you were going a different way with that. Okay.
Is that all legal?
Yes, potting, yes.
I have all sorts of entendres going these days, Tony, but this is the bird of paradise. This is another beautiful Agolomena plant, I believe is how you say it. But Frank's answer actually reminded me that a podcast where I make embarrassing confessions to people I've worked with for years might also work because I did maybe just see Goodfellas for the first time in my life last week.
A podcast where you make embarrassing confessions to your coworkers. I feel like that was also High Noon.
We need to talk. We need to talk about this. I think this has to happen off. I mean, you never even shared this with me. I'm finding about this now.
I just want to make clear that over the last 8 years, Tony, I never lied to you, but I may have withheld truths about Goodfellas.
Not really lying.
But I will say this: great movie. Totally get it now. Absolutely.
There it is. It's been confirmed by Pablo. We waited.
All right, I have to marinate and chew on that one for a quick second. Mina, go ahead.
I still haven't seen it.
Mina, come on now. Don't do this to me. Not now.
This is a great podcast episode
I have
so far,
nothing
guys.
in my life except for this
Tony
call
lives
right
it.
now. Honestly, I mean, it's all for me. It would only be games with kids. It would only be be that. We are doing Mythic Quest now because we saw Onward, which was tremendous.
I did just see that yesterday.
Yeah, it's great. Really, really great.
You're a
so we're
jerk.
doing Mythic Quest. We slew the Dragon Cow. We invented the Dragon Cow, and then we slew the Dragon Cow. Also, there's a somersault that needs to be involved in every Mythic Quest. We also just I had her watch Space Jam for the first time, which I'll say maybe this is a scandalous hot take. I don't think Bugs Bunny holds up.
Like as a character?
I don't think it was Mel Blanc.
I think he's just too cheeky. He's just a little bit too I mean he's just I don't think he holds up.
What's up, Doc?
Huh.
Wow.
All right.
Too much sass.
I didn't really have an out plan for this, so that's all, folks.
Very good.
See you on Crosstalk with Mina Kimes.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.